A country of glaring contradictions. India has 1.2 million schools, 6.3 million teachers and 290 million students. Yet 300 million people don't even know how to write their name. 42 million children under 8 years of age are not in school. 9 out of 10 children in class 1 drop out before reaching class 10. Why are so many children in India out of school?
Main reason is that because they are hungry. So their parents are instructing them, you go and do begging and do this work and do that work. If their stomach is full, so they are able to go to school.
India may well be poised to become one of the top 3 economies of the world in coming years. But we can't wish away the harsh reality that over 250 million people go to bed hungry every night. And over 800 million people earn less than 20 rupees a day. The question is, what kind of future we want for our children? Do we want to see them begging on roads or working as child laborers? Or we want to see them in schools, competing with other children and making a better future for themselves and thus contributing to the progress of our nation?
Gone are the days when without education you can either get a job or without some skill you're able to get it. Everybody wants skilled people, whether it's a mason's job or whether it's a carpenter's job or an embroidery job. Everybody wants skill. So I think the future of this country, every individual, every family, every community depends on the kind of education or the training that they get.
As midnight approaches and roads become more and more deserted, it's time for most people to retire after a day's hard work. But this is precisely the time when in this narrow and dark alley in Aligaon, a village in the outskirts of Delhi, a new day begins for these committed individuals in the state-of-the-art kitchen run by ISKCON's Food Relief Foundation. In the next few hours, they will prepare meals for 200,000 children. Around the same time, the Foundation's kitchens in Noida, Faridabad, Palwal and Kurukshetra also chip in with all their might, and cumulatively they churn out meals for 400,000 children every day.
Our experience shows the children who eat our food, they also do better in their exams, their attendance is better in schools, and it gives them a greater enthusiasm to even pursue their mature studies.
Akkar bakkar Bombay bo, akkar bakkar Bombay bo, 80-90 pure 100.
The state-of-the-art kitchen at Aligaon in itself is a technological marvel, with an effluent treatment plant taking care of the waste disposal, which can only be seen in 5-star hotels. An automatic puri machine, a battery of rice boilers and tilting pans are a treat to watch when in full flow. It has enabled ISKCON Food Relief Foundation to become the only mass meal provider in the world to be accredited by HACCP and ISO 9001, which are considered to be the highest certificates relating to safety of food. It strongly adheres to the Supreme Court's directive of 450 kilocalories and 18 grams of protein per child and regularly sends food samples to a laboratory. And this is the reason why a number of state governments have chosen ISKCON Food Relief Foundation as their partner for implementing the midday meal program.
Well, ISKCON has done a wonderful job. The quality is very good, their timings are very good, and they're there on the dot. Our experience with ISKCON has been marvelous. They're dedicated. They do not promise anything that they feel they cannot do. And we hope to be able to generate more funds from the corporate sector, because we want to make this program a program of those who speak about social responsibility.
What enables ISKCON Food Relief Foundation to consistently maintain these high standards is the fact that it has a professionally managed team consisting of a board of directors, advisors, subject matter experts, and volunteers. It also receives technical assistance from the United Nations World Food Programme. However, its sheer quality of implementation, which is responsible for expansion of its midday meal program from 500 children in the year 2003 to over 400,000 children now.
कि इन बच्चों को जब से ये फूड मिल रहा है, स्कूल में एब्सेंटीज कम हो गई हैं, स्कूल में अटेंटिविटी बच्चों की बढ़ गई है.
It all started as a pilot program in the year 2003 for feeding 500 children with a view to bring them to school. But soon, it was extended to 25,000 children as testimonies from principals about dramatic improvement in school attendance and academic performance started pouring in.
मिड डे मील से हमारे समाज में, हमारे शिक्षा में, हमारे बच्चों में काफ़ी प्रभाव है. बच्चे बहुत आने लगे हैं. भोजन बड़ा सुंदर है.
In a span of just 6 years, the number of children in Delhi National Capital Region has touched a staggering figure of 400,000 children. Even more significant is the fact that ISKCON Food Relief Foundation's midday meal program cuts across the religious divide and even supplies food to Muslim schools located in largely inaccessible areas of Delhi.
हमारे स्कूल में ज़्यादातर बच्चे गरीब घरों से आते हैं. हमारे स्कूल के चारों तरफ झोपड़पट्टी है. ये वो बच्चे हैं जिन्हें मिड डे मील की बहुत ज़्यादा आवश्यकता है. मैं ये कह सकता हूँ कि ये मिड डे मील इन बच्चों के लिए एक नेमत है.
मैं पढ़ लिख कर कुछ बनना चाहता हूँ.
Class 6 student Saddam sells vegetables in the evening, but he has no hesitation to admit that it's only because of the provision of the midday meal that he could continue to be in school thus far.
मैं सुबह जो स्कूल आता हूँ तो मुझे कुछ खाना मिल जाता है. अगर ये खाना मुझे नहीं मिले तो मुझे 2 वक्त का खाने का इंतजाम करना पड़ेगा.
मेरा नाम विक्रम है. मैं 5वीं क्लास में पढ़ता हूँ.
Class 5 student Vikram helps his brother run a cycle repair shop. He helps him after school and studies at night. It's the attraction of the midday meal that brings him to school. Otherwise, his whole day would have gone working at his brother's shop. For Lakshmi and her brother Rajkumar, the provision of the midday meal is the only reason to be in school. Otherwise, they both would have been helping their father to run his chole bhature shop. Bhupati Mandal came to Delhi in search of a job but ended up as a rickshaw puller. There is no way he could afford to educate his children. But with the midday meal available in school, he's happy that his children would not remain illiterate like him. A large number of beneficiaries of ISKCON's midday meal program include children who have lost both their parents, but they are not without a vision for their future.
We have, in fact, data which supports that 21% jump in attendance was observed when the midday meal was started. In fact, it was like before midday meal and after midday meal. So the meal is acting literally as an incentive. It is pulling the child to the school. The child comes to school for the meal, and because of the meal, he starts getting education.
The reach of the ISKCON Food Relief Foundation's midday meal program is phenomenal. Every second, it feeds 10 children across the country and has been a major help to keep 1.2 million children in schools in Delhi, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Rajasthan and Haryana.
मामा मटरू जब भी खाते, मामा मटरू जब भी खाते, सोते तो सोते ही
In spite of so many stories about irregularities and corruption in the implementation of the midday meal program, its impact is there for everyone to see. A recent survey has even revealed that with the introduction of the midday meal scheme, overall enrollment has increased by 68% and enrollment of girls has risen by 58%, and an overwhelming majority of teachers confirmed improvement in the health and nutrition of the children.
ISKCON फूड रिलीफ फाउंडेशन ने इनको एक बैलेंस फूड देने की कोशिश की है। 6 दिन में अलग अलग खाना दिया है। अलग अलग खाना देने से इनकी शारीरिक, मानसिक और फिजिकल ग्रोथ अच्छी हो गई है।
मेरे घर से भी अच्छा खाना मिलता है। हमें स्कूल का खाना बहुत अच्छा लगता है। मुझे इतना अच्छा लगता है कि मैं लंच का इंतजार करती हूँ।
Target is to bring every single child to the school, to let him enjoy the joys of learning. But we are facing a lot of problem in mobilizing the funds. If we have got more funds, we will definitely love to serve many, many more children.
Lakshmi, Rajkumar, Hina and Saddam are among the lucky few to be in school and are hopeful for a better future. But for ISKCON Food Relief Foundation, the real concern is to think and plan for those millions of children who are not in schools. As a society, the onus is on each one of us to donate generously with whatever we can and help ISKCON realize a vision of India where no one is illiterate and no one is hungry.
देखो इन्हें ये है ओस की बूंदें।
There is a strong belief that if you give fish to people, you will have to give them again and again. But if you teach them how to fish, you may make them self-reliant for the rest of their life. And this is what ISKCON Food Relief Foundation's midday meal program seeks to do. It doesn't just feed the hungry bellies of children, but feeds the future of India.
खो न जाए ये तारे ज़मीं पर।